And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Whiskerwood. We've got our early tea industry going on here. Although only two of the 5 fields are going at this point. Actually, I probably should start the process of getting the spice going as well. It's going to take a while to clear the fields for the pepper fields. Probably could do like 5 of those fields as well. Whatever camps is idle. One of the earthworking camps is idle. It's reasonably fine. So we want that hole filled in. Want all these holes filled in. Is that enough for it? Yeah. When it idles again, I'll probably just need to be moved. So you're an earthworker. Ah, so there's like 1 spot for you to move over there. So let's move the earth mover. You. And then probably get some fields down here. These are going to be mushroom fields. Let's go so far as putting a camp down. Camp down. And then I'll do pretty big fields here for the mushrooms. Probably, based on what I see on the internet, the 25 is probably appropriate, but just means these are going to be bigger than they need to be. They'll be bigger than they need to be. Remove rocks and fertilize, remove rocks and fertilize. Actually surprised the fertility is so low down here. Shouldn't be. Oh, I hadn't checked about the, let's actually quickly undo the fields. I hadn't checked about salinity, right, because we're getting pretty close to the water here. Oh no, it's just the fertility. Fertility is... Oh, the nutrients are low, not the fertility is low. That's fine. Okay. Should be high fertility, it's just going to take a while for the... Might need to actually fertilize these fields, because the base fertility of... This was sort of a rock island, so there wasn't very much fertility in the soil to start with. So we'll just have to compensate with fertilizer. Camp is idle. Woodcutter needs to be adjusted. Okay. Up the hill we go. Okay. Move you all the way up here. And then we need to build both the staircases up and the staircases down. cheery farming game continuing. And hopefully we're getting close to de-rocking the field here. You're down to 15%. This will start farming again once it's de-rocked. Do I actually have any farmers specifically to work these farms? I do. Did I finish? Oh, actually, do I need them for the tea roaster? I do need them for the tea roaster. An educated and a apprentice is required. Tea roaster. Okay. Let's go through our research labs. There's an educated pop. Free up and replace with a different educated pop. Serve for the educated spot. How goes the construction? Almost done. And yeah, it's an apprentice and educated person. And the apprentice is necessary. Okay, we apparently have a craft master assigned. Close enough. Okay, there's another educated one that we had to assign to research. Place them. Because the research doesn't care what guild they're from. The tea roasting one gets a bonus. Okay, so any farmers we've still got can be assigned to this, although that's just one farm. And then we'll just assign, we have available, we got no spare miners, no spare farmers, got 3 of the Explorers Guild. So we're going to be assigning engineers for the moment. Maybe not ideal, but... although that tells me what will be freed up as we get more farmers in. Okay, once again, up the mountain goes woodcutter. To be fair, we're farming wood, so I don't need to be harvesting all the wood up the mountain here, but I am because I can. At some point, we'll probably take all the woodcutters away and replace most of these staircases with elevators. And then probably do like lumber farming up here or something. We'll probably do lumber farming like we're doing cotton farming. We have farmers out on the sort of attached to the ledge with heaters next to them so they can be warm next to their work site, and then just fields upon fields upon fields of trees. Oh, got a couple more of those complete. Those guys have been trained. Although I'm gonna have to assign someone who's not trained at some point, or someone who has training, because at this point we're running people out that... yeah, at this point on, it's apprentice or more training than that. And we're not getting more whiskers until come spring, so we'll have to make do. Oh, and I haven't even put down there. Okay. Oh, that farming area, I forgot the iron for it should probably be heated as well. I don't have the iron bars to run that far. Bit of a shame. Oh, forgot to set the fertilizer rock clearing on. They're trying to grow in some really bad light for it. Okay, that should be enough to get a run of plumbing in. Some more heat going. And then down a level. That one is built. Just need some workers. I literally don't have enough workers to work all these. Okay. One workaround I can do is I can pull some workers off the earthworks. I don't need the holes filled in quickly to do more farming if we, you know, don't have the farmers to farm the fields. Should get built shortly, and of course we'll assign some workers to farm this, even though they won't be the ideal workers. Spice grinder, that's nice. And then we've got enough iron that can run the plumbing in for that heater. And then they can safely work the fields during the winter. Got a lot of rocks to clear, but... Oh, I suppose tech-wise, that means I should queue up the next tech. So we should then be able to make spice into... or peppers into spice. Let's do fine tea, and then we can swap the tea roasters over to fine tea. Or swap one of the ones over, at least. Because I think we have a stockpile, if I'm not mistaken, of spice from various trades. Assuming our people do not consume the spice as a recreational. They only consume it in industrial. So I've got no peppers, which makes sense. We haven't harvested any peppers yet. We have 433 spice, yeah. So as soon as we get the recipe for making fine tea, we can swap these over to fine tea. I'm actually surprised that is not a warm workplace, given how close it is to the heating in the area, but okay. Right next to a bathhouse, which is, oh no, sifting tower, which I would have expected been making pollution as well. Or making heat as well. Oh, you'll need fire tongs. Make it a little more efficient with fire tongs. We can see the idle workers making trinkets. Trinkets for summer. Day 210. We've pushed pollution back down, although our industrial areas are still making pollution. Although I think it's only minor for most of them. Chilled pots. We had some people working in cold conditions. That might have been the farm there before we got the heating going. Wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. But yeah, biggest complaint apparently actually is behind food is clothing, so it's clothing and food mostly. Surprised it's clothing. How much fine clothes do I have in stockpile? 43. Okay, so there's enough in stockpile that I could be going and getting it, but they might have been postponing because there's not a lot. And it's probably not well distributed across the island. That's one drawback about how the clothing is distributed. Food and drink will be distributed by the dining halls, but the clothing, not so much. And then the luxury supplier supplies bedding, furniture, and soap, helping move it across the island. S tier, middle tier. Middle tier most times. Oh, got rid of all the rocks there, that's good. 3% rocks to remove there, and all the rocks have been removed there. Cool. So yeah, we should have a pretty reliable source of tea coming in soon. In fact, we've probably got more tea in than coming in than I really need. We turn one tea into, or one tea leaf and one fuel into 5 tea. I will do, because I don't think we sell tea leaves. I'm gonna let there be a limit of like 250 tea leaves. So more than 250 tea leaves, stop harvesting tea leaves. I don't need them filling up all the storehouses. Someone found a berry somewhere. I'm not farming berries. It's gonna take a while to get through all the rocks. So I'm not expecting that to be done anytime soon. Which I suppose is one reason not to be too worried, the fact that I didn't have enough farmers, right? They are 50% faster than farmers. Although I suppose that means they would be 50% faster clearing the rocks too, maybe? Not so sure. I'm a little low on fuel. Let's sell the potash maker to make some more fuel. Don't run out of fuel. That would be bad midwinter. And I'm making table salt. Got lots of table salt. I should actually turn the table salt on. I had to turn the table salt on. Okay. All but one place. I think those are all the places that are affected by table salt that we've got right now. Unless the mill's also affected. I think the mill was oil. Yeah, mill is oil. Oh, that's not good. No water. Because the pump guy hasn't been making enough water. Okay. Oops. That's the boiler. I want another tank. That was not the building I wanted to delete, as I delete the water pump by accident. Yep. This explains why we've got people with cold paws. I'm gonna Place you, and I need another tank. Because the poor wheat farming village over here has got no heat. And it's going to be hundreds of copper to run a water line from the main plumbing network. Snowstorm. Heavy speed debuff. On unheated ground. Okay, so for heating places, they still go full speed. Fly ship. Again, we're gonna take the middle one. Yeah, I'm researching the fine tea. This will take some of the spices we have, or when we get our own spice industry going, take the peppers. Although, well, we have the building, I think, to process the peppers as well. Okay, it'll be rebuilt reasonably quickly. I screwed up by deleting it, which is not what I was intending to do. I meant to delete the boiler I put in the wrong place so I could put extra storage. Yeah, I'm definitely making too much wheat and flour. At least we know if we need more bread, we can always make more bread. Yeah, 3 farmers here are probably providing enough flour to operate like 3 bakeries. Got one guy complaining about freezing cold. Hopefully he's going to find some warmth. There's plenty of warmth in the town he's gonna find. There we go. Okay, so we've got our first, in the long time, we've got our first actually sick person. Hopefully he's smart enough to go use the medical facilities. Although maybe we won't do that today. Need to get some food. Seeking services. Okay, so he's gonna go find that medical facility and get himself healed up. In the meantime, someone needs to deliver stuff for the water pump. had Project Interrupt us. Okay, mining camp needs to be moved. Yeah, we're using some of our medicine, but we got plenty of medicine. First, recently sick person treated and recovered. Okay. Swift can't smell. Get back to work. Some oil. Water in the system. It is plumbed, right? Or did I screw up? It's not plumbed right. It's not plumbed right. Ah, that would do it. Oh, that's not an appropriate space for that to go through. Okay. Make this work. It's messier than I had planned it because the water comes out the wrong side. There we go. Where I meant to place it. Okay. So, for safety reasons, over time the guy working the pump, and over time the fire contenders. So keep the place heated, hopefully. And we should have enough steam built up by the following night that everything should work. Another person sick. Hopefully they're smart enough to go get medical attention. Again, that's the problem with the big transition pathway there. A bit far from the walk in the cold. Okay, might need a second boiler to get ahead of it. Supply ship, medium choice. Actually, I'll sporage for the highest choice here. We don't necessarily need the generic tea, but we'll appreciate the more cloaks. Earth worker, earth mover. Arguably, I don't need this one working. So I'll turn you off. I need one of those working right now. That's the other one, another complaint. So let's move you to where the holes are, which are over there. Okay, you need to get moved farther up the hill, farther up the mountain. Again, for harvesting some trees. You over this there. And we'll start the switch back up the hill. Oh, I'm actually at my fishing limit because I put a limit of 1,000 fish in storage, I think. Yep, we're over 1,000 fish. How goes the de-rocking of the first? The OG mushroom patch. 10% to go, so it's almost done. That's down to 67, okay. Lots of de-rocking down to, or down there to do. Day 214. Are getting enough approval almost to go from 0 to nothing. So yeah, we got some complaints about bland food. That again, that's the big one. Besides maybe a little bit of clothing, that if we solve, we kind of like perfected the town, perfected the island here, at least on the sort of beginning difficulty. Second to last day of winter. Bit of a snowstorm. So heavy speed penalties on unheated ground. So hopefully people are mostly smart enough to stick to the roads, where they get movement buffs and or get to enjoy the heated ground. Through fine tea. Again, we have some spice in storage, so we've got these fields going so we can clear the rockiness so we can make our own spice. Although we're maybe not in a rush to do that. But yeah, so as soon as we get that recipe for the fine tea, we can swap these over to doing spiced tea without any real delay. So we have the 3 Earth Mover guilds below ground that are working. That's what those indicators are. Camp. And we're gonna go get the scaffolding up the hill, up the mountain here. We're in the night for the second to last night. Let's check to see if we've got enough steam over here. Storage. Could definitely do with more steam. You haven't received any fuel. Okay, that's potentially a problem. Oh, because these guys are getting cold while traveling. Okay. Which would be an argument at some point to do some heating, or I suppose we could research the rail network and try to get a rail network going between A and B for the heat transfer, or for the fuel transfer. Because all the fuel is made over here. Oh, last day of winter is a little bit warmer. We're up to -5. Only light flurries. Yeah, all our fuel production is the 3 sifting towers here. So everyone's got to come to the stockpiles near here to pick up fuel. They haven't stockpiled ahead of time. Earthworks is done. Okay, so take the guys off the earthworks for the moment, save them for construction or whatever. In the meantime, I should go designate the metal in the floor for mining. Or in the floor for mining. So the earthworks have tasks to do again. And if winter ends tonight, that means, well, Taxman arrives tomorrow. And probably the Whiskers arrive tomorrow. Oh, we got Whiskers inbound. Oh, no Whiskers until 2 days out. Tomorrow is Taxman, the day after that is Supply Ship. We maybe don't make enough steam during the winter, and I just got enough buffered up from the summer to keep the village warm. Because I'm looking at the steam stockpile, and it looks like it's vaguely trending down. We just got thousands of stockpile from the summer in the main network, which is enough to get through most of winter and most of spring, apparently. And we should have plenty to pay the taxman. We might have enough to literally pay the taxman almost with just the trinkets alone. Oh no, if it was a normal tax bill, we probably would. 6,000, it's a 15k tax bill. So trinkets. We'll do some with fish. And then we did harvest cotton through the winter, so we got plenty of cotton. Warms up a little bit more, up to 0. Here's the tax collector. So obviously, all trinkets go to the tax collector. And some fish. And then we need more than that, so we can obviously move some of the cotton. One day in the long past, we were making the cotton specifically for export, so... Yeah, we'll make it a little bit anemic. I think we're only going to go up to that rung. Winter taxes are... because it's the whole season worth of taxes at once, right? So we're not going to go for the fancy stuff at the final tier, but good enough. We're going for that middle tier again. Actually, no, I'll splurge for the highest tier because we've got 76 cloaks. We're a little low on fuel. We'll take the fuel and the iron bars machinery. And I will go ahead and swap. I'll wait until the cycle completes, but we'll swap this back to potash fertilizer. Halfway done clearing the rocks out of those fields. The mushroom fields are going to be even less affected, yeah. Although that's because these are just massive fields, right? And this massive one's down to 66. And then the oldest one up here is down to 7. This one might finally be making mushrooms by the end of the stream at this rate. I think the end of this night will be where we're going to bring the stream to a close. Or not the stream, this recording to a close. If you're watching on YouTube, there probably will be another part up tomorrow, because we're going to record another part tonight. Following part will probably be where we can try to get Whiskers in. Hopefully, a bunch of farmers. Only 64% done with fire tea. The fine tea. Fire tea. I don't think they're putting that much spice in there that people refer to as fire tea, but maybe. Speaking of tea, I'm going to sip some tea. Day 217. Almost enough to go from basically empty to full. Again, biggest complaint is still food quality. Most of our people would like better than 2-star food. 29 of them still got 2-star food, and would like, or only got, probably actually got the 0-star food, and they're complaining about 2-star food. Not getting 2-star food, because we've got fish, and then everything in this 2-star are better, so those 29 people probably just went and found some fish. Yeah, not too bad. and this is where we're going to put the part break in. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll have another part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, I hope you have been enjoying. I'm going to take a short break, get up, stretch the legs, sip a little bit more of my tea, and then we'll be back to record one last part tonight. So until the next part, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.